Man, man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Happy Tuesday. What's up, folks? Your boy, Coach Lee, back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show. Hanging out with the crew, doing a thing. Hopefully your team won last night if they played. If not, hopefully you overcome that L. Whatever the case may be, I'm being a little messy. You know how I like to do it sometimes. But anyhow, man, welcome back with us. It's Taco Tuesday. I already have my tacos. Hopefully these guys will bring on next. I've had their tacos. Coming on first, Uncle Leroy June. What's up, man? Did we lose him?
Hey, you can't be taking shots and having spotty ass internet now, man. What up? This dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Yes, sir. It is Taco Tuesday, and instead of tacos, I ate noodles and hot wings. So, yeah, that's how my Taco Tuesday went. But hey, let's see. Some of the other fellas had tacos with hot sauce today. Let's get on too, man. Let's bring them on the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It's not Taco Tuesday for me, though it is for the world. You know, I had some tacos today. Made some tacos for my young homies today at my job, but unfortunately, a couple people came late, and I had to sacrifice my tacos. That was my to-go item to go home with, and gave them to the kids, man. So as long as they eat, I'm good. So no Taco Tuesday today for me. I'll be eating some chicken, some rice, corn, some mashed potatoes. With hot sauce. With hot sauce, though. Put some hot sauce on that. Hope everybody get to it. Hope y'all doing good. And hope everybody is having a great Tuesday.
What up, Bree? See in the comments.
What's going on, Bree?
But I mean, today is also it's a big day. It's election day. So shout out to everyone that went out and vote. But yeah, it's Sports Chatter Show. This is a show we get to talk about the trending topics in our Facebook group, Sports Talk with Friends.
Yes, sir, man. But I think we have from State Farm here today. I think it's a replica, but we're gonna bring him on anyway. What's going on? Hey, my guy.
How we doing tonight? Doing great. Good old Taco Tuesday. My wife's downstairs making some chicken tacos. We're going to throw on the Poirier hot sauce today for the getting ready for the UFC fights this weekend. Yes, good old football talk today. I might be wearing the hockey gear, but I've always got some football laying around.
It's gridiron season, baby, so we get it. So, let's go to jump into this, man. This is, as Unc has always put up on his, he got on the soapbox. This is his favorite show out of all the shows that we do. He get a chance to voice his opinions, kind of look at topics we got, and accurately voice his opinions on whoever may have put their post out there. Is that a correct assessment?
You couldn't much finish, and I was like, yes, that's what. Thank you.
Yeah, spicy chat. I agree with that, Bree.
Spicy chat. Speaking of spicy chat, every chance I got a chance to go at this team, I'm going to do it just because of who their spokesperson is. And let's go take a look at it, fellas. So first one is from Brandon Keith Lacey. Not going at you, but your partner in crime, he know who he is. So we're gonna call this one a Raiders redo. He put for the 3 picks the Raiders got for Khalil Mack and the 1 pick we got for Amari Cooper, we ended up with Josh Jacobs, Pro Bowler, Jonathan Abram released, Damian Arnett released out of the league, Brian Edwards traded, throw in the 2 first-round picks and second-round pick already owned, and that gives us Cleve Farrell, rotational player, Henry Ruggs released, Lynn Bowden traded and out of the league, worked out perfect. So obviously the Raiders are known for their motto of what is it?
Win, baby, win.
Win, baby, win, from the great Al Davis, man. And commitment to excellence. It don't look like that. And no disrespect, but like my boys say every now and then, play. John Madden rolling over in his grave right now. Al Davis is rolling over his grave right now. So let me ask y'all, have y'all seen any other team in recent memory that has bombed on this many picks? And not to mention, they head coach they got, the last 2 head coaches they bombed on. Have y'all seen anything like this?
I've seen the New York Jets do it a few times. You know what I'm saying? But if we look at the skeptics of this, Khalil Mack at that point was their franchise player. They gave him up because they didn't want to pay him. And when you traded him 1 year into it, I believe, or 2 years, might have thought that the Raiders had won this trade because Khalil wasn't playing up to how Khalil plays. Then we go into the move, the ultimate move. You move from Oakland to Vegas. So, in all, what you got is a new stadium. You should have added that to the list. It's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? You look up the top of the list. Good thing you got Josh Jacobs, Pro Bowler, but you also got to put over there, remaking his cake because he hasn't been as good either. He's having a great year this year. Shout out to him. But, he had problems last year and the year before. So did you really get something out of Josh Jacobs? Yeah, this is
he's fourth in the league right now in rushing.
I mean, yeah,
I guess
the league he's 4th in the league right now in rushing. Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, absolutely. But he hasn't moved the yardstick for you guys, and that's where it gets terrible for them because everybody on that list, besides Josh Jacobs, we couldn't even name him, and the name wasn't on that list. They just released Abrams today. He's on waivers right now. He cleared waivers.
He cleared waivers. Wow. Nobody wanted him.
Your first round pick cleared waivers. Nobody wanted him for what he was worth.
And that's bad.
That's a damn shame.
That's bad.
I mean, it's hard to believe that this was a playoff team last year, just showing what they've been showing this year. I mean, it's despicable. I mean, to blow this many leads in so many games in a row, it's horrible. I mean, I thought Bill Belichick was horrible at drafting players. After seeing this the last couple of years, I'm starting to, respect my coach a lot more than I already have. And I respect him a lot.
Now, all right, so we talking about the Raiders, right?
Yep.
Right.
What the Raiders did in 2007 in the draft? The number 2 bust of all time, Jamarcus Russell. I mean, so they actually have a history of making debacle picks like this. There's only one person that's a worse of a draft bust than Jamarcus Russell, and that's Akili Smith for the Bengals, 1999. But I mean, the Raiders have a history of this, so I think they need to change their front office. Their whole strategy needs to change. But yeah, this definitely wasn't a good deal for them.
I like where you're going with that. Jamarcus Russell, Mr. Lean himself, number 1 overall pick, bust. 2009, Darius Hayward Bay, number 7 overall pick.
Yes.
Bust. 2013, Cornerback DJ Hayden, bust. Robert Gallery, 2004, number 2 overall pick, bust. Man.
Let's not forget about Aaron Curry either, the linebacker. I forgot what year he was drafted, but I believe he was drafted like number 4. Highly touted linebacker coming out of college, and he lasted all but I think like a year or 2. He was horrible.
If that, yeah.
Last year when they drafted Farrell, wasn't everybody and their mother saying, "Don't draft him, go draft somebody else"? And the Raiders kind of was like, "Well, we're taking him." Like, this is the thing. Drafts can hurt you in the bet, but there's a lot of people paying attention to the drafts, and a lot of people have their opinions on drafts. And I know it goes up to the GMs and stuff, but the Raiders can start listening to the crowd when it comes to draft picks. Because it's not making no sense why all these guys that they've chosen are just on the back road or the railroad. It doesn't make no sense to me. But Al Davis and all them guys, they thought the change the Raiders was going to be. Nah, it's not.
Yeah, get out that black hole. Something's wrong out there. A new, they said new change of scenery, a new start, because, the Raiders, like they said, they have a history of making just bonehead draft picks like this, and players not working out there. They had
They're trying to wait
out there that didn't work out well. That was really good.
Who was that?
I forget his name. Hold on. McFadden.
Darren McFadden.
Yes, it just hit me. Yes, Darren. I was a big fan of him.
McFadden was. He was solid. Not the career that we all thought he may have, but injuries and all that. So that was a grace. That was a good grace for the Oakland Raiders. Just couldn't stay healthy.
Actually, I think his career was better in the short time he played for Dallas.
Agreed. Yes. Yes.
I'm just saying.
Jerry, that's only because Jerry though. Jerry
including the arrest.
Jerry was like, we amping him up. Yo, he went to my alma mater. Yeah, we gotta amp him up a little bit, and he played like it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and we're speaking here talking about our team's organization, coach. Then in a good note, then the Raiders definitely need to change everything. Scrap it up. Go with what the coach did today. Go hire Rich Gannon as somebody as something. Somebody that's been a franchise great or something. I don't know.
They're trying way too hard just to find diamonds in the rough, and it's just like you can't bank on that every year. I felt like the Patriots did a massive reach with Cole Strange this year, and there's been no offense, Unc, but I thought Marcus Davenport was also a very big reach the year he was drafted. They were all shocked when he got drafted. I'm like, I don't know where any of these picks are coming from. You can try a diamond in the rough, way early pick every now and again, but you don't need to do that every year like we've seen the Raiders do. You could have a little bit more strategy to it.
I'm glad you spoke on that strategy, because I think that's what their problem is. Their strategy going in. They had this old strategy, this old recipe that they thought they had for success, and they just don't want to go with it. Because clearly they're not changing with the time. They're still keeping up with Derek Carr as a quarterback, for instance. He's not one of these newer age quarterbacks. I don't see how they're setting themselves up for success.
Definitely. Reese says Russell making the number 1 worst draft pick according to Bleacher Report. I just feel like like we're talking about the Raiders organization. They didn't.
He's a bad pick, man.
Nah, they didn't set that man up. They didn't set that man up for success. They didn't set him up for success. They didn't want.
Well,
they didn't set that man up for success.
You had the whole thing where they sent him home with the tape. And he said he read it. He watched the tape. It was blank.
I watched the blitz packages.
Yeah, they wasn't smelling him from rip. He wasn't smelling him off rip. But like you said, a lot of people in the organization probably didn't want him. You know what I'm saying? And hey, the Raiders organization took him, and it showed inside, because the inside, the guys that are coaching the team wasn't smelling Jamarcus. Ends up in Jamarcus not being prepared and not doing anything he was supposed to do in terms of improving as a quarterback, and he took his money and ran.
The guy hated conditioning. So, I mean, what kind of athlete? You know what I'm saying? You can be if you
Hey, the guy. I mean, he's not him. He's not him. But there was a guy named Ben Roethlisberger that I don't even know if conditioning was in his contract. You know what I'm saying? And he survived.
Nice.
What I'm saying is organization. The organization is the reason why, I feel like Jamarcus was never able to go over the hump. It was bad voodoo. It was a bad vibe.
Yeah, the black hole. I agree.
Why do you think people enjoy so much being offensive and defensive linemen? And then same thing in the fight world, heavyweights. They ain't got to worry about what they eat. They can eat whatever the heck they want and get as big as they want because that's in the job description.
True that. Hey, let's look at some of these comments, man. And as always, Bumpy going to be the first one in there. Hey, don't y'all still have a first and second though? Oh, wait, never mind. And actually they do, but I went back and looked. I forgot they gave up a first, which is number 22 overall, and a second, number 53 overall in the Adams trade in the past draft. They'd have messed it up anyway, but that trade not looking like it's coming to fruition either.
That was another forcible thing, trying to get Derek Carr to look good by saying, we'll go get your chemistry from college and make it work. They're trying to force Derek Carr to be something that he's not. Why do you think for the last couple of weeks I've been calling him Derek Used Carr? He's just as bad as his brother. Trying to fix something that's broke ain't gonna work.
Somebody up top loves him. Somebody up top loves that guy because he should have been out a long time ago. And I mean, he probably would have ended up with another team. He should have been out a long time ago. And
agreed.
I've been stuck to this Raiders story for a long time. Shout out to my homegirl Mika Grimes. If you don't know Mika Grimes, she is the wife of Brent Grimes. You know what I'm saying? Former quarterback. And when Derek Carr, I believe, came off the MVP season, and then the year where it was something that was going on in the league. Something going on in their locker room in terms of like Christianity or something church related. And Derek Carr didn't stand and believe in it. Oh no, he was preaching the church thing. And the offensive lineman wasn't smelling it. And then I guess there was friction between him and the offensive line, and he ended up getting hurt in Washington. And everything spin. And she said there was friction in that locker room between Derek Carr and the players. But the coaches love him. How we don't know that this friction is still going on within the locker room?
It sounds like he might be a snitch.
Well, people don't like suck-ups, and when you're in yes, sir, no, sir, you're the yes man, which Derek Carr does seem like he is. A lot of people don't like the goody two-shoes. I mean, he's not fired up on the line like Peyton and Brady were back in the day. That's what you need in the quarterback, someone that's mad. You don't need an Aaron Rodgers who's just a complete, douchebag saying, you dropped the ball, I'm not passing you again. I mean, you need to have a little bit of attitude, and Derek Carr just sits there with the mean mugs that you see in all over the pictures.
I always said better than his brother, man.
But then you can't be under 5'10" like Kyler Murray yelling at DeAndre Hopkins, praying you don't get slapped later for that.
Yeah, that's true. Jay says, at the time, I actually thought Mike Mayock was a good GM hire because he was so involved with covering the draft. I was wrong. Brandon says he was, but he never got a chance to really do his job. Gruden was fighting against most of his picks. Mayock wanted Devin White. Gruden wanted Farrell. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Farrell, nobody wanted Farrell. Nobody wanted him. And John Gruden, because he was holding the keys as well upstairs, as well as on the field, and some other guys wanted to go Farrell, and other people wanted to go another way. It's crazy. It's crazy. When you have people telling you in your ear, don't take that guy. Don't take that guy. Like, yeah, listen.
And last comment on this particular thread comes from King Tut and Atkinson. He's a 49er fan, if I'm not mistaken. I love it when a plan comes together. Man, it's Dominique, guess what? Your team gonna be a topic every week this year.
Oh yeah, and put the crumb on the cake. He says, Jeff Saturday, shout out to Jeff Saturday, head coach, now the Colts. Colts play the Raiders on Sunday, and Dominique's already at it. $100 is on the Raiders for the game this Sunday against the Colts. I hope the Colts mop the floor with the Raiders. I hope so.
You need to put that $100 towards a talent evaluator. So we're going to take our first break for the night, gentlemen. We'll be back in about 15, 20. Y'all hold tight.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Welcome back to segment 2 of the Sports Chatter Show. Hanging out with your peeps. We got two. Jake, not from State Farm. Uncle Leroy Jr. and myself, Coach Lee. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Topic number 2 for tonight, gentlemen. Yeah, I was kind of iffy on this one, but respect or no respect. This one, speaking of the devil, comes out from Dominique himself. That was not intentional. I promise.
Nice segue. That was a great segue.
But Dominique says, am I bugging? But LeBron saying this is kind of like telling Kyrie to shut up and dribble, the same thing he stands against. Le bootleg James, everybody. I'll wait for him to condemn Amazon and Bezos. I won't hold my breath. Thoughts on LBJ's comments. And his comments were, I don't condone any hate to any kind, any race, to Jewish, Black, Asian communities. What Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people. I don't stand on a position to harm people. I don't respect it. Who wants to take a stab at that one first?
Stab. Damn, LeBron, man. Man, this is the guy that we heard that you wanted. You wanted in LA. Besides all that, LeBron had a microphone to his throat, and that's the answer he gave. I'm not mad at him for giving that answer. Where I'm mad at with not only LeBron, but everybody as a collective is that the whole quietness. And we know why there's a lot of quietness in crickets. You know what I'm saying? Your money flow. We know who controls your money. We won't get into that, though. But the fact that somebody has to say something for people to kind of get to go soften themselves on this conversation, because it is a tough one. It is a tough one. You know what I'm saying? We all know the whole thing. Kyrie, certain things, just not be told to everybody in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what happens nowadays. They control whatever you put out, and they can control it. But nah, man, it's no respect. I don't have no respect for anybody that was there yesterday and not there today. A whole bunch of stuff's gone on in the last few years. Everybody seems they wanted to jump off and jump on whatever topics they want to jump on. And they kind of all roll around the same thing. But nobody understands that. People are going to dissect and have their opinions on things, and I understand that. But if your brain is really into it, you know what the hell's going on right now. You know what's going on. That's why I don't really want to dig much in this, man, because I can go all night. A lot of stuff I would like to say, but I'm going to just keep it at
All right. I mean, so what's worse? How LeBron James is dancing around the question, or Kyrie Irving sharing a post, right? He didn't say anything, am I correct?
He didn't say nothing.
That's my understanding.
So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to see. Like, what are we trying to, what's worse? Like, are we, hold on. All right, there we go. I'm like, man, screen went away. But, all right, so, what's worse? Is it, how LeBron James is supposed to be the players, person, the voice of the players. And now that he can't actually, do something besides being a voice, He's not. He's what? He's being a voice. He's just talking. I mean, because like you said too, they're not doing anything. He said nothing. He said he's not in a position to hurt people. Wow. That statement there, I was just like, wow. All right. So, I really don't have much to say about that, because, yeah, like I said, I think I have more to say on this on tomorrow's show.
That's funny. Yeah, I can see that.
And I'll be in studio.
For me, I look at it two parts. Obviously, a lot of people have said about Kyrie sharing. I think he shared a screenshot of the title of the documentary. There's some things that was said that a lot of people wouldn't agree with. Some people would agree with, but at the end of the day, I do believe in freedom of speech. In the right circumstances, though. From my understanding, when he was questioned about it, he just didn't acknowledge anything. He didn't say he was for it. He didn't say he was against it. For all we know, he might have been posting it up there because I think this all transpired after everything went down with Kanye. He might have just been posting it up there for the same questions some of us are asking. Y'all talking about all this, but one of the biggest corporations in the world is shipping this. They're actually housing this type of information. Right. He might have just been putting up there talking on the side of it. It doesn't necessarily mean that he agrees with what's said in there, but he could be saying, y'all getting on Kanye about this, but Amazon is shipping this out to people, and it's available as far as like streaming services. So you can look at it from that narrative. The second part of that is LeBron, for the most part, he is the voice. He is the biggest name in the NBA right currently. So he does carry a lot of weight behind his name. He could have easily said no comment. Versus piling on or whatever case may be. That one was a little bit of a milder comment, but you got to keep in mind too, he came under scrutiny when it was doing all the stuff during the bubble tournament. They had the BLM things and things against racism and whatnot, and he was for human rights, but at the same time, his shoe manufacturer is Nike, who's notorious for violating human rights. If you're going to be across that, you're going to have a voice on that. Those are the type of things that you got to think about. You can't just say I'm for A, B, and C, but on the other side, this is what's buttering your bread. That's the things that I have an issue with.
Right. And his Kenton don't got a job.
Jake, you quiet, man.
And his Kenton don't got a job no more. We know he was
I'm be honest, I didn't see anything about LeBron saying anything, to be honest. But from what I'm picking up from you guys, is that I don't really like how I forgot which one of you guys said it, but it was if you're gonna be if you're the voice of the players, you got to have a say in something. And then when something else comes up and it's a big, something that blows up in the media, you can't stay quiet on one thing. If you're going to be the voice of the players, you have to speak on it to a point and not dodge the question. And I spoke about how I felt about what Kyrie said last week on the show. And the thing that I didn't like about it is the fact that the media really wanted to make a point of it that he was promoting this movie. In my own opinion, posting something with no context, he didn't write any words on the social media post. He just literally put a screenshot up there. That's not promoting something. I understand who he is and what his platform, and he's got followers and stuff, and what he puts up, people will look into it. But this wasn't an advertisement. He's not out, taking pictures with the movie or signing books or anything for it. He wasn't promoting anything. As a human, us included, we go out and we can post whatever we want on Facebook. We're posting this right now. We're posting our opinions. It's not something we say we believe in or this, that, or the other thing. He was just making a post. Everyone's allowed to make a post. I like how he was saying, don't dehumanize me for making a post on Facebook, because that's exactly what I thought they were doing. And forcing him to go out and make an apology, I did not like that at all either. I mean, he went out and apologized because I understand he's trying to, die this down, make this go away quickly. Yeah, but the five things that they're making him do, I think, are just absolutely unbelievable. I'm like, how are you going to make this man go out and do this just because he posted something on a Twitter? I think it was ridiculous. But that's about what I got to say on it. I got to look more into it with this whole LeBron thing. I'm just going off of what you guys are telling me. But that's my view on the whole Kyrie situation, is that I'm not a fan of the media. as is already because they make and blow things up. Like today, I fell hook, line, and sinker because I thought I heard Cliff Kingsbury got fired. Come to find out, it was clickbait, and it's the media outlets making false things and making stuff out of nothing. And that right there made me mad. I forgot who it was because he ended up going on ESPN the next day after he said, "Why are you promoting this?" I'm not promoting this. He really isn't. And he would have put in the comment bar, the description or whatever you do when you post a picture or anything on Facebook, and he would have said, "Go watch this." It's a whole different story. And I think someone posted on the page earlier that look what that movie went out and did. If someone did want to go out and see it, they jumped the prices up on it. I mean,
They did.
like two said, there's a whole thing going on here that if you really look at it, you see what they're doing. They jumped it up. It went from I think it was a $20 buy and a $9 rent, and it went up to a $20 rent and a $50 buy. I mean,
crazy. And
I agree. I agree with two. You see what they're doing.
Made 8 years ago. The movie, the biography was made 8 years ago. Turned to a movie about 5 years ago, and then circled into this Amazon series. Like, we're not fools in this world. We are not. And I like to speak on everybody in the world that we all have some type of brain. We know what's going on right now. We know there's an agenda, and if you're not following that agenda, they're gonna fish fry you.
Yeah.
Kyrie and is gonna and in life, they hold on. Try to get Muhammad Ali. Try to get Malcolm X.
They didn't like Muhammad Ali until he was quiet. Let me just put a pin in that.
Exactly.
They ain't like Cassius
We
Clay.
know this stuff, and we know this stuff in history. And history going backwards, it feels by what's going on right now. We don't see that. That's my only beef with anybody that's like defensive in regards to Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with the whole, him on a rope and all that stuff. People gonna watch the league. I said last week, hey, they may not be a view for me. I might not view the NBA and all that, but hey, I'm gonna view the NBA. I mean, it's just not one player. It's 400 something. Kyrie's my dog, though.
Right.
Kyrie's my dog. So anybody that has disrespect or anything towards Kyrie in their post, they're hypocrites.
Now, I'm always gonna love Kyrie because
Let's look at some of these.
You know me.
Now I'm gonna say this, now what I like about this is, what I'm saying, is how can I put this? With the LeBron thing, because everyone loves LeBron, but now LeBron is showing his true colors. I always have this saying: if you put a chameleon in his right environment, he's gonna show his true colors. So we see he's not backing the players, but we steadily calling him the voice of the players. So how long has he been misleading us? So that's what I'm saying. So that's a play right there. LeBron is on there misleading us. And of course, we see, what Kyrie Irving is happening to him because that's the oldest thing in the book. You know what I'm saying? We know, America makes so much. We are the biggest consumers. Black culture is the biggest consumer of every goddamn product. And that's what he did. Yeah, he advertised that, and that's why Jeff Bezos went and he seen an opportunity to make money off of it, and he hiked the price up to $50.
Right, and then hold on, then try to have the man pay half a mil to try to close it down, and they didn't accept it.
Yeah,
they got suspended. Hold on, hey,
yeah, it's crazy.
If they didn't accept it, then that's on them. I did what I want. I didn't have to do that. I fell for the puppet trap, and I said I'll pay half a mil. To make it all go away. They didn't want it. You know why they didn't want it? Because they mad. They mad. It's okay to be mad. In this world, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be somewhat not exposed fully because some things that are said may not be true. But come on, man. We know 65% of that is real, and we don't really want that to go out. If you didn't want this to go out, this movie wouldn't be out. Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing, too.
Yeah, of course.
They're doing, man. It's all around the election. You know what I'm saying? You're always trying to separate things before things like the election as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Amazon did a good job.
And you know what's crazy? Amazon is the only place you can purchase that documentary.
Really?
Yeah, they got sold
I
license.
didn't know that.
Yeah, you cannot buy that anywhere else. You can't. There's no other streaming service that has that documentary besides Amazon. That's it.
Why is that? Because you can't talk to Amazon, and if you're not going to dispute anything Amazon does. If it was on Netflix, it would have been off Netflix. Because we've seen certain shows get kicked off Netflix because of certain things that are going on with the LGBTQ community and up and above. So we know Amazon is its own throne. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the NFL is trash. Every Thursday is a whack game. So what? We're making money off it. If that was in the streaming, they would flex the games. Hold on. If this was NBC, CBS, they would flex the games. Give me the games that you like. You have a disposal. Amazon's on top of the top, man.
As of right now, that documentary is the 78th bestseller overall on Amazon, as far as the book, and second in Christian education category as of Monday.
Yeah.
Right. Because they opened up a whole new box for people that may have thought something else. I don't know. This is about to be crazy.
But but I'm gonna say this. Because once again, when I was in college, I was doing a lot of religious study, and everyone like that stuff was on tapes, was on documentaries, tapes. You know what I'm saying? And what was crazy because the government, the media couldn't really control what was on those tapes because back then they had camcorders where you can record it directly on that tape. So what I'm saying is like we're still being controlled by media because right now everyone's going to buy that movie, read that documentary, and it's not even a real version.
You're absolutely right. It's not the real version, but it definitely ain't. But what it is opens your eyes.
To what? To what they want you to see.
No. Yeah. But in the case of Kyrie and his whole beef is just for people to, in their brain, know that there can be something else going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? And he's not the only one that's thinking this. He's just
to me at a high level, it just looked like, hey, you know what? I made y'all go buy my book at a higher cost. Free enterprise. It looked like a big market scheme to me. Because Bezos is banking.
He just talked about he about to try to run shit with the Commanders with Jay-Z and a few other guys.
Because
if you just look at who's in power, Elon Musk. A couple weeks ago I was talking about guy Kai Robbins. I just sent them because when Elon Musk came, he said he's going to start making Twitter verification. Like to get verified, it's going to be $20. It's a subscription. Then earlier this week, boom, he came out. It's $7 a book, $7 a month to get the verification service on Twitter. Yeah, it's a whole big play. Elon Musk has social media. Jim Bezos has everything. Or Jeff Bezos, sorry.
And before we go to the next commercial break, I want to throw this out there real quick. To me, I'm thinking about it. What's going on today that's really big around the nation?
Election. Midterm.
Election. I just saw a headline where now the community, the Jewish community, they're concerned now that with Trump, it's the rumors that he's about to announce that he's running in 2024 with the book being promoted and Kyrie's sentiments and things like that. Now they feel like there's going to be a spike in hate. I'm like, the timing of that, odd. But, it is what it is.
Real hate and robberies. Be real. I'm saying it right now, and none of us are going to be involved in them. But expect the hype, and yeah, they're right. Hate, robberies too.
Yeah.
These Jews out here running rich in New York City, and these young guys, the Kyrie fans, and they listening to it. Mm-hmm.
And that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but unfortunately, it's correct. They are correct in that statement. There's going to be some hate. There's going to be a lot of hate. Not coming from us, though. We are genuine guys. Be like us. Be genuine.
Yes, we are.
Peace and love.
Family men.
Absolutely. What's going on?
Pillars of our community, goddamn.
Out to my guys.
Shout out to you, Cedric. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate you
yes.
hopping in, man.
And we aren't just sayers of that. That's one thing we do. That's why, every year for the past 4 years for MLK Day, we go feed the homeless, and we also do homeless give back. So, yes, we are sticklers of the community. Yes. Try to be.
Most definitely.
Why we fall. That's a good.
Excellent point, Bree. Excellent point.
Definitely.
Let's take our last break for tonight, gentlemen. We'll be back in about 15, 20. Hold on to your butts.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Gritty checking in. This Friday I'm live with STWF Media, man. Little interview coming soon. Everybody, y'all tune in. Man. We got some big coming. Let's get it.
And we're back for our last section. Boy, this internet killing me, man. Y'all pray for your boy.
Praying for you.
Good grief, man. I'm about to throw this mug out the window. Anyhow, man. Our last topic, it affects me dearly for the simple fact of this was my prediction to represent the AFC. This guy's on like 5 of my fantasy teams. We're going to call this one Bills Busted. This is on news of Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills. Probably easy to say the front runner for the MVP this year. He's been evaluated for an elbow injury to his ulnar collateral ligaments and related nerves. If I'm the Bills, should I be worried about that, gentlemen?
Yes, your franchise QB. Your franchise QB who you just paid a whole bunch of cash for. Oh, yeah. I'm worried. I'm worried because you don't know how this injury may go. If you play him, he's at risk. Rather it's an elbow injury or concussion.
I heard them mention.
Yeah, they got to be very concerned right now for Josh Allen right now. Josh Allen should be concerned about Josh Allen.
I've heard them mention.
This is the most important time of the season.
Tommy John surgery.
Repeat that,
They'll put him out for the rest of the year.
I've heard them mention the possibility of Tommy John surgery.
Now, I did witness the hit when it went down. His arm did look, I wouldn't say mangled, but the way that he was in the throwing motion and it contorted everything with the wrist and everything, and he looked very uncomfortable. And at first it said 4 to 6 weeks, but if he goes Tommy John, he's out the rest of the year. And that completely destroys the Bills' rest of the year because Case Keenum's okay, but he does not do what Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and these guys can do in the league. So I would say, yeah, I believe the season's over already with that beat-up defense too. So
yeah,
I just like Tu said, Josh Allen needs to worry about Josh Allen, look about the longevity of his career that he's going to do. Heal it up the right way. This is the same thing I said. I know he's not the same quarterback, but this is what I said about Baker Mayfield last year. He played injured all year. I understand you want to win and you're a baller, but you need to think about long term here.
You can't think long term when you just spoke on the segment before how there's puppet masters in this world. Well, guess what? Josh Allen's a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen's a puppet, and guess what they'll do? The least they'll do is say 4 to 6 weeks, because Case Keenum can hold it down for 4 to 6 weeks. He has an offense that can do it, and that defense is. I'm gonna still give that defense time, because being one of the representatives in the AFC in the last few years, I'm gonna give them that, and they can turn it around. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, it's also not their fault. They're very beat up and injured. I mean, Tre'Davious White's first week back was this week, so they're injured. So they're gonna get their guys back, and they're gonna be fine. It's just they got to get healthy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it comes at a bad time, because your division
tight.
People might have said that Buffalo by this time would have kind of a stranglehold in the division. They don't have a stranglehold in the division. I think they're like a game up.
Yeah, no one's got a losing record here. The Jets and the Dolphins are tied. The Patriots are game back from them.
Yep.
And they play the Patriots next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
They play the past this
It's tight.
So this
I think this
right now. Bill Belichick.
right. Yeah. This right here is the most important time of the year. I mean, November is where you make your playoff runs. I mean, you've got to go undefeated. to have a very good chance of going into December to where you can give up a game or two maybe just to keep on moving. So, I mean, they gotta hope Josh Allen's not down. I was listening. I know a lot of people don't like him, but Colin Cowherd's one of my I watch him the most out of all the guys that talk on Sportsnet, and he said that Josh Allen has the Luka Doncic effect. He's got to be Superman in order for them to win. And if Doncic isn't playing good, Dallas doesn't win. If Josh Allen isn't playing good or he's hurt, they don't win. They've got to be on a superstar level. And if you look at it and where they're both sitting, they're both on track to be MVPs of each respective league. So they've got to both be well and healthy in order for these teams to do well. And I fully believe that. I heard that, and I'm like, that sounds damn near correct in my opinion. So we gotta hope that Josh Allen isn't hurt for the Bills to do something, especially in that tight of a division. And the Cowboys division, the Patriots division, the two tightest divisions right now going on in the league. Who very well possibly whoever comes out of those divisions is number one and gets the number one seed could be in the Super Bowl. You just got to see where these injuries lie and what's going to happen. Two doesn't look like he likes what I'm saying.
No, I'm just reading on Bree's own comment. I just want to let it out loud so you guys can hear it. Could we see a possible Super Bowl matchup this Sunday with the Bills hosting the Vikings? I actually took the Vikings plus 9.5 because that's what the spread was before last Sunday's slated game started. So I'm in a very good spot right now with the Vikings having that number because with this Josh Allen injury, I feel that, the Vikings may take this game. But no, this is not a possible Super Bowl matchup because both of these teams will not be in the Super Bowl this year. I already said that. You know who I'm rocking with.
Oh, she gonna come for you, man.
My preseason prediction's going well so far. I said the Vikings were going to take their division, and I said you might see them in the Super Bowl. I switched it though. Unc yelled at me yesterday about it, but I picked the Bills at the beginning of the season. I was like, hey, look, Unc, I love you, I respect you, but I don't care. I'm switching my pick. I got Chiefs Vikings at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is that guy. He's if I'm not mistaken, he's the leading rusher on his team.
And I told you,
and
they running offense is trash besides him. I was saying this at the beginning of the year. Everybody was like, oh, well, they improved. They got running back. No. And hold on. When you go get Nakeem Hines, you know you got a problem. I'm going to be real.
Got a point.
You go get the full string on the Colts. You know there's a problem.
Devin Singletary hasn't done anything the last 3 years.
Yeah, did nothing. Their running game is trash. Been trash. And it's crazy because they really wanted CMC. And I don't know what happened there, but they should have been the team to get him because they were the team that needed him. For this right here.
Yeah.
Because if you had Case now, it wouldn't even matter because you have a running back that can at least go and move the ball forward. Now, when you're playing lateral side to side, and now you have no running backs, and now you got to go to a basic QB, it's trouble. It's trouble.
Especially when you got to depend on the pass like they will be doing because they don't have a solidified running back that's going to be able to get them 5 yards for the little dump passes that they need for first downs. So, like I said before, I think the Bills are legitimately screwed if they lose Josh Allen because it's the Luka Doncic effect.
Now, looking at their schedule, or like Jerry Jones said, their schedule, they got the Vikings this week. They got the Browns next week. Then the Lions, both winnable games. Then they got the Patriots, the Jets again, who just beat them up. The Dolphins, who aren't picked to win the division. The Bears, who are a little bit better than their record. The Bengals, who might be healthy about that time. And then they finish the season against the Patriots. So they got a kind of I see at least a minimum of 3 more L's in there.
It's a tough situation for them. All they put in a lot into this team.
Let's look at these comments. Some of the comments got on here. Kawan said, "Yo, that's no joke. I injured mine took a while before it was back to normal." Brandon said at the beginning of the season, after watching him play the first 2 games, I said he wasn't going to make it through all 17 games, and there were a few people who thought it was a joke. QBs aren't supposed to take the type of hits he be taking. Yeah, it's fun for the fans to watch, but it catches up over the course of an 18-week season. Lamar Jackson. We got Then they asked if it was a throwing arm, so it's definitely on his throwing arm.
Yes.
You can visibly see when the ball gets knocked out of his hand and he still goes to the throwing motion. You can see the torque that's in his elbow. It's almost like it's like an abrupt. And I hope it's not Tommy John surgery because he'll probably never be the same again.
No, he's never going to be the same again because they're going to rush him back from this injury. They're not going to let him sit long term. They have money invested in not only this team but to win. Like, to win is different. Like, they're not one of these teams that's like, oh, you can go.
The window's open right now.
Exactly. Like, oh, Josh Allen versus you. Oh, we can take the season. Oh, we can just go get a draft pick next year. No. Like, they invested. Like, this team that invested, like, you know why Dak is back right now?
Because it was only a thumb.
I was always invested. But there's teams that invested. We talked about this with Mac Jones. Like, they had value in him. So, yeah, they rushing his behind back. They rushing him back. Like, there's certain situations that are going to, like, they're going to rush him back. Like, Baker Mayfield, hey, we're going to trash you. You know what I'm saying? You don't care. They're going to trash Josh Allen, but in a nice way because they know Josh Allen will come back. Josh Allen's not sitting at the house right now saying, I don't want to play no more of this injury. It's crazy. He want to go out there and compete.
Well, this is definitely something to monitor. We'll see how it goes. Like I'm pretty sure we all in the same agreement. If he's got to sit any particular time, they might not be able to overcome that because I don't think Case Keenum can do it. And if he does have to have the surgery, that's a wrap for the year. And I think the playoff hopes are done.
Yeah, but if it is the Tommy John surgery, we've seen this. I don't know. I'm sure you guys are fans of baseball, but
yes,
we watch these guys go out for Tommy John. I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan, and Ryu had to get the Tommy John surgery this year, and he was out all year. So I don't think they're going to be able to rush Josh Allen back if he gets Tommy John because how many months is the baseball season? 5 months, and it's something like that. And he's out the entire he's out on the 60-day IR or IL, whatever it is. And that's the same thing Josh Allen's going to be on. If you get Tommy John, you can't rush back from him. It's the same thing as an ACL practically. So, the injury Josh Allen has is the elbow version of an ACL injury, pretty much, I believe. Mm-hmm. So, and especially in the throwing arm, I agree with two. They got money invested in the guy. They are not going to – that they're going to want him in. They want him to win. They're like, all right, we put all this money. You got to go out there and play. If it's that severe of an injury and you want a long-time quarterback, they got to, just like we talked about the Raiders, think strategically. You got a piece of gold here. You need to take care of it.
Yes, true.
No, you don't want to do that with Bill Belichick in your division. Now you got Mike McDaniel in the division, and you don't want to do a solid in the division because all them guys look like they're going to improve year by year. Not even going to talk about Belichick because Belichick is in the league of his own. But, the Bills is some bull crap. And this reminds me of the early 90s. I told everybody, just wait for it. Wait for it to happen. Something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use a quote from Stephen A. Smith. What does go wrong will go wrong with the Buffalo Bills. I'm just going to use it for the Cowboys, but I'm going to use it for the Bills because, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah, go find somebody in the waiver wire because you're going to need it.
I got me a backup ready to go. It ain't the same, but I'm ready.
You did mention somebody in that coaching pool. I want to throw this out there. I know this ain't one of the topics, but I do want to say this. Early candidates for Coach of the Year is going to be Mike McDaniel or Nick Sirianni for sure.
Nick Sirianni, Robert Saleh. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of guys in there, up for that. Yeah. Shout out to the coaches this year, putting in work for teams that, load up on draft picks year by year. I mean, not the Eagles. Eagles, whatever. But shout out to the Jets. Shout out to
Christmas Eve, man. Christmas Eve, all I got to say about the meeting.
I can't wait.
Who got shout outs for tonight?
Hit that JETS, Jets. I'm waiting for it.
I want to give a shout out to all you guys, everybody that contributed to the comment thread tonight. A lot of great comments. Do appreciate it. Yes, Bree, I do agree too. If you invest in a QB, you don't rush recovery. But in this world where they're paying these guys millions and millions of dollars, oh yeah, you rushing back. They're getting you back as soon as possible, unless you break a leg, break your elbow. Now, if Josh Allen would have broke his elbow or broke his arm, what can you do about that?
Story.
But in this case, it's a sprain and all that, yeah. Doctors, drugs, and all that's going to be involved in his life for the next 12 weeks. For the next 12 weeks, potentially, if they get to the Super Bowl. But they're not, so it's probably going to be a shortened 8 or 9.
Dang, you know what? I just noticed something. I'm starting to follow what Two's saying. They want to rush these guys back. Why do you think they got Josh Allen going looking at 4 or 5 different doctors? I see what you're saying now.
Get somebody to say yes.
Got that. 4 or 5 different doctors. Yeah. I got some indica Salvita that can handle that situation. I got this nice 900 milligram. Yeah, they about to drug.
That's what Aaron Rodgers did.
Mm-hmm. And look at how he's playing.
So as of an hour ago, it was reported that there's hope in Buffalo that Josh Allen will be able to practice and play his way through this injury.
I mean, yeah, that's what's going to happen. He's going to play his way through this injury. They're going to say, hey, man, you can do it. If anybody can do it, it's you, Josh. Yeah, listen, but shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight, man. Always good debate, good conversation. We don't eat our tacos in front of you guys, but just to let you know, tacos are always good. Add a little hot sauce on it. Hope you have a good rest of the night.
Fantastic show, guys. I like being here during the week now. Appreciate you guys having me. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to my wife who's got dinner downstairs. Hell yeah. Thank you everyone in the comments. Right. You guys are great. Everybody that tuned on my side, you guys are great. Shout out to the Jets because they're winning 4-1 right now. Sorry, Coach Lee. Other than that, yeah, fantastic night. Thanks for having me. Fun conversation.
All right, then we shout out to Bree, man. Appreciate you tapped in with us. Everybody that support the brand, we appreciate that. Yeah, that's about it, Just shout out to everybody. Shout out to the world.
Yo, Bree, I need a dog. What's up?
Hey, shout out to you fellas, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with the old man as always. Everybody that tuned in, chopped it up with your team, we appreciate y'all. We do this for you guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us, being involved. And like Unc mentioned earlier, getting pretty close to January, so making them plans. We definitely like to go out and get back to the community. Might be able to, to help do some in your city. But until then, make sure y'all here tomorrow. We got the OTSBS show, and we're going to do our thing. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Until then, stay warm, stay foul, stay fly.